Hello everyone, welcome to another t-shirt design tutorial. In this video I am going to make a rockstar t-shirt design, but for this one I am going to, this was an example from online. I really like the vibe here. Let's make some noise, then they are crossing out the noise, making it loud. So let's make some loud, something like this is the concept here, and I really like the concept. So I want to make something out of it. I want to make my version of the design. So for that I wanted to keep the skull theme here, the skeleton theme or the skull theme. You can see here the skull and the rose. I really like that style. So I wanted to do something like I will be using this skeleton hand, and this is doing the rockstar sign, and I'm going to use a guitar from here. I'm going to use the rose here. So they are from free pick. You can download this one for free, this one for free. So then you can combine them to make your own graphics, and this is how you can work for print on demands. Like, this is not for stock site. If you want to design for stock markets, then you have to make your own designs, but for print on demand you can work like this. So first step is, let's try if I can. Okay, so you can see the hand is separate from the rest of the graphics, so I can copy them and then I'm going to paste it here. Now the point of this one is, you can see if I select the graphics here, it is showing me multiple color. This question mark on this fill color means here is multiple colors in the design. If I bring that on something like this background, I can see that there is white in the design, and I don't want it. I want only the black part of the design. So if I select them, I can then simply click on this trim option. So trim will make it, kind of cut out everything that is in the background, so whatever we can see in the front, that is remaining. So if I double click here, then I can take my magic wand tool to select this white from here, then press delete, and this is how it is looking. But if I select it, I can change the color to black, and then it will be visible. So let's bring that to white. So this is the theme here. I'm going to keep this theme. Now you can see there are some problem. I can fix that, but let's do that again because there was a mistake. I could have fixed that easily. Okay, so after erasing the white part, this is how it is looking. Now you can see if I select this and then if I change the color to like black, it is filling some of this area. You can see here this part and this part, it is filling those area. So that means there are some empty stroke that we cannot see. So simply if I create a empty stroke here, kind of this, with no fill, no stroke like this, then I can simply take my magic wand tool and then click on this stroke, this path, and that will select everything that is with empty stroke. You can see nothing is selecting from here, but in this graphics there are some area that is selecting. That means these are the area that has no fill, no stroke, and that's how we cannot see them. So now if I delete this, it is going to, they, all this part that were without any fill or stroke, that is removed, and now if I change the color, it is not going to fill this area. So that was a quick tip. You can use this on your design. So this is good. Let's make it a group. Now I wanted to keep this theme here, like this rose here, but I want to make it a musical theme. So that's why I will use a guitar here, but I am not sure whichever one I will use. I will just use a detailed head of a guitar, so maybe this one. Let's copy this. For if I paste it here, kind of this, and if I bring this on this area, you can see on black background we can see there are white colors. I don't want that. Make sure that there is no stroke. So if there is any stroke, you have to expand it, and if there is no stroke but multiple fields, then you have to simply trim it. So after trimming, it will make it look like the, it is going to make it visible whatever is on the front. So if I double click to isolate the group, and then simply if I take my magic wand tool to click here, that is going to select all the whites in the design, then delete. So it is going to look like this. Now it may look like a little different here. You can see those are really small details, small areas, but that's not a problem for me right now. If I select them, I can change the color, and if there was any empty stroke, that will be filled. So there is no stroke here. Now I don't want all the area here, I just want the head of the guitar. So simply I just want to make it, I just want to erase the part. So let's erase this area. I don't want them to be there because I only need this part, and this part will make it a open path. So let's fill it. If I take a rectangle here just where it was open, and now if I select them all, I can simply unite them. So uniting will make it one single graphics. You can see I can change the color here. So this is how I wanted to make it. Anyway, so that is done. And for this area I wanted to keep it bigger here. So that's why I only took the head of the guitar. I can simply select this one, then place it like this. Now let's say I want to align it center wise, but it is not looking very centered because of the curve of the guitar here. Anyway, that's not a problem. So this position is looks good for me. If I select this one, right click, arrange, send to back, so that will be in the background. Now if I select my this one, I can simply use transparency, but for this design I don't think transparency is very necessary here. We can simply select this one. Maybe I will just change the color here so that I can see. Now selecting this one, then press shift E for eraser tool, and then simply I can erase this part of the guitar that is going inside of my hand. Make sure that you are not erasing any part like this. You can see a part is erased from here. I don't want that, or not like this. So make sure you are erasing inside the black area of the hand, and that's looks fine. Let's erase it. I am pressing alt here, and by pressing alt you can erase like this, like a rectangle area. So that is fine. Now if I select this part, I can simply make it black again. So that is fine. This is the area of the hand, not the part of the guitar. So that is good. Let's make it a group. And for the rest of the design I wanted to use this rose here because I wanted to make it the exact theme, like make love not make noise, something like that. So I can simply select this one. Let's say I want to, okay, let's first of all erase, trim it. So by trimming it, it is becoming on single shape, or whatever was in the front that is now visible. And if I select my magic wand tool, click on this black part, let's press Ctrl X. So Ctrl X will cut all the blacks in the design. Now only the colors left. I don't want them, so delete it. Press Ctrl V, that will paste it here. So you can check here if there is any color that you don't want. There is no color that I don't want. These are the only black outlines. And if I select this one, copy, then bring this to my artboard, make that black, and then it is ready to go. That much is fine. But this one I wanted to create, okay, sorry guys, as you can see here, there are some area that is not grouped with the original design, but I don't think these are necessary. So let's erase them. That's fine. Okay, so for this area I wanted to erase the, okay, let's not erase for now. I wanted to keep it like this, kind of this, so it will look like the hand is holding the rose. Then another copy here, press Ctrl R. Okay, Ctrl R is for reflecting. If your shortcut is not setted, then you will not find it as it is looking here. So this position looks good. Now here are some extra work that we have to do. Like let's say I want to make them a group, then if I select them all, I can align them center wise. So that will make them perfectly in the same position, where this one is in this position, this one is in the exactly opposite of the position there. So that is fine. Let's say I want to change the color of my rose so that I can simply see whatever is going on here. So I want to select the rose, Ctrl X, Ctrl B. So Ctrl B will paste that in back. So here you have to understand one thing, that if this hand is holding the rose, then the area of the rose from this part should not be visible. How to do that? So if I select this rose here, you can simply turn on the transparency like this, click on this clip, So we are inside the transparency right now. Now wherever the finger is visible, we will hide the rose from there. Take your pencil tool, make sure your fill color is black. You can make sure that it is 100% black, not like that black, this black. Then it is going to work perfectly. And then draw a shape wherever you want to hide your rose, like this. This can take some time, but trust me, it is really a good way to work like this. That is fine. And for here is a little problem, like this part of the finger, it should be, the rose should be visible from there because that is a empty space. And then of course this one here. Now if there is any extra area like this part, this area is really not necessary, I can simply hide that. And of course that is on finger, this is another. So let's draw a shape from here. You can use pen tool, you can use any other tool you are comfortable with. I'm just make sure that you are making a fill area here, and that fill is going to hide the part. That is done again and again. These two part is not really important for me, so let's hide them. So as you can see here now, okay, here is another area. From this part the rose should be, so as you can see here, it is now looking like the hand is holding the rose, and wherever the fingers are, it is not visible. So if I select this all, whatever we just draw inside the transparency, we can simply bring that here and then press Ctrl R. That means reflect. So reflecting will make it invisible, sorry, reflect in this way. And now we have to, let's group them. So now we have to place them wherever we want, like any area that is not, okay, I think this looks good, it's perfectly working. So click here. Now that is done, and once it is done, let's change the color of the rose to black. So this is how it is, it is looking right now. I don't think this is looking good, let's erase that. Let's say whatever we can do here. Now I want to make it a very circular kind of design. So let's make some, this part I want to keep it here, and then lab and noise I want to keep it here, just like them, but in a little different way, but we can always fix that. Let's first do this area and here. Okay, before that we have to make a group. These elements I want to make a group so that I can align them center wise. Now this is a area I wanted to make it look like this, and let's make it a bit bigger. So this is our text. Let's make some, I want to choose some kind of western style font. So raspberry coded is a good font because this is a rockstar design. So I want to use a font similar to that niche. Click here, press Ctrl V. It is going to look like this. Okay, let's put it here. Make sure that it is in the exact center position. It can take some time, but like this. Now I want to go to type, then type on a path tool, then type on a path options. Here you have to make it center. So center will make it exactly in the center position. Let's make some, let me make it a bit bigger so that it fills the gap of the area here. That is fine. Let's make some noise and lab. I want to make this to here. So this noise I want to make it that exact font, but I want to make it smaller because that's not the focus text of my this design. My focus text is this lab. So this lab I will make it like Narmada, a scripted font, nothing fancy here. So kind of this, because I wanted to give this the focus here. Maybe that is not looking very good. I can simply change it to this kind of a font, like a little different font, or maybe I can use here raspberry outline. Let's make them all caps so that it looks a little different. It's the same font but looking a little different here. Anyway, so that position is done. Now I want to place something like this here. This rockstar, I want to make it that font. Maybe make it all caps. Okay, this lab I want to make it a little smaller here than this one here. So born to be a rock star, I want to, okay, let's keep them here so that it is, I get another area here. Born to be a, so this one is smaller here than this rock star here. So my main graphics will be the rose in the hand of a skeleton. That is the main point of the design here anyway. So that is done, and once it is done I want to break the font, and once the font is broken I can simply align them in the perfect center position. So this is the perfect center. Now I want to make it a little up, maybe this one also, kind of this, and then for this two area we can simply, okay, I can simply take this one, make it a little bigger, because both side of the design should look similar. Like if I make it like this, look like this, it is going to give me a look like they are both in same size bigger. Okay, I'm sorry if my word is not making any sense for you right now, so that is fine. Now born to be a rock star, we can simply take another text here. We can type in rock music. Rock music is good. We can type anything that is related to rock music niche or something like that anyway. So this much is done. We can simply add a area here that is going to be let's make it this much bigger. That is fine. So in a rock music theme there is a element that is called the, I don't remember, lightning bolt silhouettes. These are the things related to rock music. We can take one of them. I want to make it look like, okay, here is the problem I face every time I am making it. I cannot make it perfectly, so let's just copy this image so that we can recreate this in Illustrator. So kind of this is the position I want it to be. Then I'm going to take my pen tool here so that I can draw it just like this. It doesn't have to be very perfect, just make it as you, I can simply trace that image, but that's not what I want to do here. Okay, so here I am making it look like this. Then if I select my direct selection tool I can simply add this part here. So I don't think that is looking very good, but it will work for me. Let's delete that part, or simply I can erase this part from here. I think that is fine. Sorry guys, this is really embarrassing. I can do everything, but I just cannot do this one. Okay, so forgive me for that. Anyway, so if I select this one I can simply pick any color I want, just not black, so that I can see on top of black. I'm pressing shift X, so shift X makes it a stroke, and then press shift X again, that will make it look like this. So this is what I wanted to create, the lightning bolt here. Now this one I wanted to, sorry, I just wanted to place some of them here like this. not in that much bigger size. These are just to fill the area, don't worry about their position right now. And if I select them all, I can simply make them up. Okay, so that much is done for me, but this is a rock music design, so I wanted to use a guitar here. So let's say which one will work for me. I'm going to take this one maybe, or let's use this one, and then I will press it here, place it here. Then I don't want any effect of it, I just want to unite. So unite will make it a complete one color design, and that's what I want. So if I move it like this, then Control C, Control F, Control R. Control R means reflect. So I think that is good, but that guitar is not looking like a guitar anyway. So sorry for that. Let's use this one. Let's unite them and it becomes white. Don't worry. Control C, Control F, Control R. That means copy, paste in front, and then reflect. Then here, make it smaller, and then I want to place it here. This is just to fill this area, nothing else. Let's make them a group, and then for this area I wanted to create this is where I stuck every time, but I hope this time it will be good enough. Okay, so that is not very important. Let's bring it here. So this is just to fill this area, nothing else. Anyway, so this is the theme of my this design here I wanted to create. And for this one here, we can simply break the font so that it is in the same position, then align them. That is fine. Let's use a star sign because here is some empty space, and then another star sign here. Okay, so that is done. And for this area I wanted to make it crossed out, so let's put a line here and then press, let's just make it red, not that red, this red maybe, or maybe this darker red. And then just let's say I want to use this one because it should look like a, okay, maybe this one, not that one. Okay, let's just use this one. Anyway, that's not a problem. Let's expand it so that it becomes a fill color. Now if I select them all and then click here, that becomes the key stroke, sorry, the key object, and then align them. Let's make them a group. So these three I want to make them a group. Maybe I will make it align like this, but that is not really good in this position. Then select them all. I want to make this the key object, then align them so that it is same size. Let's make them a group. So this is a group, this is a group, this is a group. Now this part, this should be in the exact same position, group. This one is a group, this one is a group, and the rest is a group. So if I select them all, I can simply align them center wise, and this is the perfect center position of the design. So I think that is fine. Let's just try to create something from here. Sorry guys, so something like this. Then I have to modify these anchor points with my curvature tool, because curvature tool is always good to modify these anchor points. if you are using curvature tool, then use curvature tool to modify, not direct selection tool to modify the anchor points. So that much is good for me. It's done. Let's group them all, and then I'm going to make them expand so that there is no stroke, no effect left in the design, kind of this. And then I want to put some colors in it. So for doing that, first step is I am going to make all these solid colors like this. Then this one and this group I want to make it white. Then this one I want to make it, okay, so this lab I will make it red, and then this noise I will make it white, kind of that. And then for the rows here, okay, so the rows I want to make it, I want to press Ctrl C Ctrl V to copy paste in back, mark unite, and then I want to make that red. So if I select this black, I will find everything inside the transparency, copy them, then select this red, open transparency, press Ctrl F. So that will paste in here, that is fine. If I select my this skeleton hand, Ctrl C Ctrl V, merge unite, and I want to make them white. And then if I select this one and the white inside them, press shift M. Shift M will allow me to use shape builder tool, and then I can simply erase those parts. This one I don't want, and then this one. Okay, so that much is good for me. Let's see how it is looking. Let's create a rectangle here. Right click, arrange, and then send to back. So you can see this is how it is looking, but these areas are missing something. So let's say I want to use red here because there is white in the design, and this one also in red color, and this one I want to make it white, but not all of it, just these two will be red and the guitar will be white. So guys, as you can see, this is how it is looking. This is the final design for my this one. And if I select my, sorry for that, I need to bring some grants texture here, so I am not sure. Yeah, this one is good. So this is the free grants from FreePic. You can use them, download them from FreePic. Let's see, Control C to copy, and if I select them, it is a group already, so I can simply open their transparency, press Ctrl V. So this is going to be my grants texture here. If I place it there and then make it bigger like this, and then make sure it is black anyway, and it is going to look like this. So you can see this is how you can easily make a design, or you can make an idea from an existing design, because that is the questions I am getting most of the time, how to generate ideas. So this is how you can generate ideas from existing designs, from others work. You have to watch a lots of designs, then you can get your own ideas, or you can make your own designs by watching them. So that's it for today's video guys. I hope this will help you learn some new design skills or styles. See you in the next video guys. Have a great time. Thank you everyone. See you in the next video.